How do you know if someone should or shouldn't lose weight? Well, first we need to really know more about that person's current weight, their height, their muscle mass, fat mass, their age, what their goals are. So really kind of get an idea of some baseline data. That's where it's important to work with a sports dietitian, someone who can do an assessment on you to determine, this should not be done by a coach or a trainer to really give you an idea. This should be done by a qualified nutrition professional like a sports dietitian. If you don't have one, talk to your athletic trainer, your certified athletic trainer, to see what would be best for you. Weight loss doesn't equal increased performance. I'll look at runners, for example. Cross-country runners think if they're lighter, they're faster. That's completely false. So some people attribute being lighter meaning faster, and I have a lot of athletes that say, well, if I gain weight, I'm going to get slower. Completely false. So if you're putting on lean muscle and losing fat, that means a more powerful, stronger, faster athlete. Weight loss, as I mentioned, doesn't equal a faster athlete, especially if we lose muscle. And I've seen that in athletes, particularly runners that cut a lot of calories, thinking if they go from weighing 120 to 110, they're going to be faster. Actually, what we've seen is more stress fractures because they're putting more stress on brittle bones, not getting enough nutrition to feed that body. There is a minimal amount of essential fat required to maintain proper hormone levels and bodily function. So we don't want body fat getting too low. As you can 3% for males, 12% for females. We're so obsessed with numbers and thinking less body fat means better performance, when in actuality that is not the case. But that's a whole different topic. We're not going to focus and obsess about body fat numbers. Young athletes shouldn't be purposely losing weight as they are going through puberty and need to ensure adequate growth without negatively impacting hormones. So, again, we need to figure out what is good for you. If you're in a growth spurt, if you between the ages of 14 and 16, 14 and 18, we really need to look and see where your weight is to determine if weight loss is needed before we start restricting calories. The goal may be weight maintenance while your body is still growing, and that's a whole different topic.